members of the Tree of Ravens, a group that was started by Captain Vickers and a war buddy, Malik, who saw war as a consistent struggle, something that consistently permeated the land. Wanting to put their skills to good use after a recent war, they had created the Tree of Ravens as more or less mercenaries, but in times of need, peacekeepers. You've all been recruited from your various walks of life into this new mercenary brigade and find yourselves on a mission from one of the masked lords of Esil here in the beautiful city of Belfont. The masked lord of the World Tree requests of the Tree of Ravens to go down into another lord's tomb, into one of the other masked lords, the Corded Rose, and steal an artifact that he has recently come across. A beautiful red gem, roughly the size of a toddler. This gem has enough power to destabilize the country itself, and in the wrong hands, start a war. The thing that you were brought together to prevent. The idea, or the thought in question, is that the Corded Rose is to start a war with a distant land of Valinaria. And this red gem may give him the power to do it. You find yourselves gathered, two teams, Malik's and Vickers, who have, unfortunately, due to several disputes, stopped working with each other, except for this newest job that they're on, kind of required all of their arms to bear. Malik brings his forces with him, himself a mercenary human from the Esilian military unit. He was he's lieutenant in second command in this unit. He's bald-headed with a black tattoo across his left eye and cheek, and he wears the tattoo of the Mercenary Guild on his right shoulder, a steel raven that is holding a beautiful tree filled with ravens in a ceremonial flame. He brings with him a psionist who proceeds to wander to each of you, handing you a lump of fungus. As this psionicist wanders over, named comms to all of you, the communication relay for your groups. He is a short halfling fellow, kind of always quick with the wit and the king of puns. He has brilliant red hair that's like a frazzled firework, and he's always got a smile on his face. And with his crazy luck or his cheating, you guys have kind of gotten to know him as a bit of a gambler. He wanders up to Captain Vickers first and hands him a dab of green moss. He goes, "I just want to put it behind your right ear."
All right.
Captain Vickers, would you care to describe what you look like?
Captain Vickers is a like strong, tough build. Not the tallest of the bunch, but definitely taller than most. He's got like a longer streak of hair. I would say he also has a tattoo on the side of his neck that is of a raven, nestled next to a nest. And he's donned with armor. He has a shield at his side and the sword at a ready on his hilt.
As you place the moss behind your ear, he wanders over to Malik and hands him. Malik puts it behind his ear. Then he proceeds to wander over to Nyphix and hands her a bit of green moss as well. Nyphix, would you care to describe what your character looks like?
Nyphix is actually rather on the small side of a Strix. Her wings do span about 5.5 feet across when she spreads them out as far as they go. They're actually on the more light golden side compared to white. She does have the typical Strix feet. Dark blue eyes. tends to keep her hair up in what you would consider of that high battle ponytail. She never carries it down. She kind of deems it of a bit of a weakness, bit of a problem, gets in the way. But you'll see her majority of the time wearing a lot of her her armor. She doesn't take it off. She carries her scorpion whip wrapped on her side. One of her favorite weapons, one that she actually has perfected over the years.
Com slaps you on the arm a little bit as he goes, "Make sure to keep yourself safe in there. Who knows what you're going to find in one of these?"
Oh, trust me, they're a little fella. You won't have to worry about Nyphix.
Never thought I would. He looks over at Razzik and wanders over and hands Razzik another green lump of moss to hand behind his ear. And what does Razzik look like?
I look down my nose at him, at the lump of moss behind his ear, and make a disgusted look on my face. And I step back and with a flourish, I introduce myself. Black robe billowing in the breeze that only I feel. I'm Razzik Octavius Redwind. Wizard, to be certain.
Are you just introducing yourself to this man who already knows you?
Yes, I do that. It's a thing. Sometimes, if I feel it's necessary.
You watch as Combs smiles at you and just goes, "Never gets old." And he looks at you, Eelix, and proceeds to hand you a red lump of fungus.
Okay.
You keep yourself safe in there, all of you. What does Eelix look like?
In every definition of the word, plain, average. There's nothing remarkable about Eelix when you look at him. He's got medium length, darkish brown hair. It's not quite black, but it's not quite brown. He's got whatever the average complexion is in the area. He's either tanned or he's pale. It depends on what the weather is. He just blends with everybody around him. Nothing remarkable sticks out.
Great man.
But when he talks, when he wants your attention, you have you feel like you have no choice but to give him your full attention. So while he's not very imposing, not remarkable in appearance, he definitely commands attention when he speaks. I thank him for the fungus, give him a thanking gesture, and I put it in one of my pouches.
You watch as Combs kind of looks around, trying to see in your eyes for any glimmer of something, and he goes, "Well, if you need me, tap the fungus. I'll be hanging out with carts over there." As you take a look over towards the cart that had brought you here, and see a dwarvish fellow who is kind of gives you a double flick off of the fingers from his forehead, his brown long hair braided in the back as he's taking care of also a horse. His studded leather armor is currently off and hanging out on the side of the wagon. He's got a set of goggles that he still has yet to remove from his head. But you see that he is freshly polishing up the horse's mane with an assortment of nutrition and minerals that helps for the spells that he uses to command these horses to make them move at blistering speeds and heal themselves from the wind that cuts them. You all look back at Malik and Vickers, who are currently getting the troop ready to enter in. Taking a look, the city is pretty far off, a good couple miles down the road, where it wouldn't be seen, and you guys don't really have to worry about going in here underneath the cover of night. Though night is soon to fall. Malik will take a look at Captain Vickers. It's not too late to do the other job.
I think we stay clean, do what we need to do, and get it done right.
It's more money.
But it's not an honorable thing.
Oh, yeah, whatever. Let's get this
Remember,
done,
Malik,
shall we?
honor is the root of archery. It always has been.
You know, you're going to die for that honor one day. I'm going to hate to be looking at it. We're to lose a good man that day.
I know.
All right.
But our brotherhood is the feather of our wings.
All right, you lot. You might be big as men, but I'm here to join you. Make sure you all stay safe down there. I'm Malik. We haven't worked too much together. But you all the best chance we have of getting this done. Any words of confidence from you, Captain?
I think right now the trust that we have right now is the branches we share, and shall our talons only be utilized to end these wars. Ravens, stay under my wings.
All right. You'll see as Captain's giving this speech, Malik has started working on the door, and soon he picks it open and begins to move inside. What do the rest of you do?
I will hold the door open.
You seemed a little squeamish with that green moss a little bit ago. It's not like the green moss we ran into ago.
Don't want to touch me.
Don't worry. I'm sure you're still picking it out of your armor. All right.
It's gonna be red.
All right. Door's open. We heading in?
All right.
Headed in.
Eelix,
We'll just
Nyphix.
walk through.
Yeah, I'm gonna walk in.
All right. The three of you wander in, and inside of this room, this warehouse, there is a small antechamber. Weirdly off to each side sits what appears to be a scrivener's desk, where people would write and take inventory on the way in. But remarkably, no scrivener books, no ledgers or logs, nothing of what's going in or out. And there is a noticeable amount of foot traffic here. And a couple of missing chairs from the dust that sits resonated on the floor. A long hallway graces down the way, and resonating in that hallway, you see a pulsing green light over the fungus that you guys have sitting on the backs of your ears. You hear, "Can you all hear me well? Just making sure we're good."
Yeah, I
Loud
hear
and
you
clear.
loud and clear.
Fine work as always, Combs. All right. Malik will
That's a
take
five
up
crap.
position, waiting for you guys to decide what you want to do. He sits waiting, both of his weapons drawn at his side.
Well, I've never been one to go up front, so
You won't have to worry about that. I'll be the shield. I'll be the lead.
thank you for that. And I'm gonna draw out my masterwork silver dagger.
All right.
You'll watch Nyphix take your flank, Captain.
All right.
So she'll pull out her whip and she'll just drape it over her shoulder. She doesn't say much.
It's your show, Captain.
All right. Ravens, on me. We move forward.
As you all begin to move down the hallway, you find yourself in a room that is lined in all four corners by these giant, 10-foot tall, armored statues made entirely of stone. On each side of this room are two set chests, and in the center lies what appears to be a magical circle of some sort. The circle glows green with a very dull light. The chests themselves, weirdly, in this warehouse, are unlocked.
I will cast Detect Magic.
As you cast Detect Magic, you take note that the rune in the center seems to be a summoning circle of some sort, and there is residual magic on each of the 5 circles that are around that room. Inside the chest on the right seems to be 5 items in question, and in the box on the left, no radiated magic.
What do you sense, Razzik?
Summoning circle is clearly magical and seems to have been used recently. As for the objects in the box on the right, there are 5 of them, all with magic of their own. As for these statues, it's hard to say. We could simply disrupt the circle.
True.
However, without knowing the trigger, it could simply bring these statues to life if we do so.
Do you sense a form of malice with this ritual?
Am I getting any sort of intention here?
Um,
What schools of magic are present?
The summoning circle itself is summoning magic. You don't get any residual or resonant magic on the statues. They seem to be inert. The statues that are, the items that are sitting in the box to the right, all seem to be stones, roughly the shape of a basketball, maybe a little bit smaller, and just seem to almost act like portcullis keys. Some type of, basically an amplifier or a magical note of some sort. And Eelix, you see there's only one exit out of this room, the one on the left. But somewhere along the line, you've heard that some walls can tend to hide false secrets behind them. And that one on the right looks kind of suspicious, but you don't remember where you heard it from.
Okay. The one on the right. Where about on the right?
Here you go.
All right. So, since I noticed that, I am going to kind of gravitate toward this area and start checking.
If you have it, roll me Knowledge Dungeoneer advantage or Survival with advantage based on your bio.
Right. Do I do that here in Owlbear?
I am
Yes.
absolutely trusting. If you want to roll real dice, you can. If you
I
don't,
found it.
you can roll the
That's a
dice.
D20. Right?
The one on top is a color changer. You want to go for the second one from the bottom.
Well, I rolled an 18.
Damn.
Well done.
And that's without any bonuses.
Mm-hmm.
As you start examining that bit of wall, for the most part, it feels real to the touch. But the more that you push on it, the more it acts like almost like putty, almost gelatinous in a way.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm like, hey, so I'm gonna test something out here. Vickers, do you have any rope?
I'm going to go ahead and check on myself real quick.
If I'm not mistaken, you had a kit and 50 feet of hempen rope.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and hand that over to you.
All right, I'm going to tie off a piece of it to my belt. I'm going to hand you back the rest of it. I'm like, whatever you do, don't drop the rope.
I would never plan on it.
And I'm going to push through the wall. Like, I'm just going to walk through.
All right. And as you push through the wall, you find a hidden hallway.
Okay. I'm
This
give
hallway
the rope a couple tugs.
All right. And Vickers, you feel the tugs on the rope from behind. And
Are you well, Eelix?
I'm going to poke my head out the wall and... Oh, yeah, no, everything's great back here. I'm going to take a look. I'll let you know what I see. I'm going to stick my head back
Are you
out.
sure?
What? Head comes back.
Are you sure you want to go? Yeah. Are you sure you want to go through first?
That's a good point. Meat shield. Yeah, give me a second. You should go first. You should totally be in front of me.
All right. Just stay behind me. Hands on my shoulder, and then I'll lead front.
Yeah, just push right through. It's like jelly. It's like the world's
and you feel it
jelly sandwich.
putty around you. But no harm, no foul comes from you. Just a putty-like wall. The wall immediately goes back to maintaining its shape. And you see this hallway. As you begin to meander down the hallway, you will come along a room and see a cross-section of said room, and you might want to roll a stealth check.
All right. I'm gonna go ahead and roll this real quick.
My sheet back open.
All right.
Really put skills on this sheet. There they are. Perfect.
Okay. That's a 15 on the die, minus 3, so 12.
All right. Let me give the environment a check. That's good. 12 beats it. You
I'm gonna
see...
reach back and like tell Eelix to kind of like settle back a little bit.
Okay.
As you sit there taking a look through this hallway, you expected to see guards, maybe some type of patrol, a human in here. But what you see is not a human. You see an obsidian black dog with 2 tails and blood red eyes, like no pupils, no nothing. It's just red. It almost has the appearance of a Doberman shepherd. A Doberman. And it sits perched atop the box, training its ears, listening. And then a second one walks across the way, hiding behind some boxes that are off to the side.
I'm gonna see if I can like roll perception to see if I can scan anything further out from just here. Make sure we're not being ambushed.
Okay, so this is how this works. All right, so I can only have 1 in the tray at a time.
6.
Oof.
I know. Digital dice do not like me, but I gave it at least a try.
Oh, I mean...
That's a 3, so 9.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
So with that 9...
that there's just these dogs here and nothing else.
I'll let you see a bit more of the room, and I'm going to click out another dog right there.
What could they potentially be protecting here? They're guarding something.
And Captain Vickers, unfortunately, would not be keen enough to notice anything else about these puppers.
What did you make of this, Eelix?
I can't see where I'm at. I am a little bit down.
I thought you were following behind me.
I will come up behind you, lady. I think it might be a good idea if we like get the others, because This looks like it could be get a little gnarly, a little spicy.
I do concur with that.
So,
Let's
Eelix,
just make sure.
do you want to study the puppers that are in the room?
Let's see. Do I have that skill? See, I'm still getting used to the sheet on this.
I would be looking for a knowledge arcane if you had it.
Knowledge arcane. You know, I do not have knowledge arcane.
Okay, in which
That'd be
case
in my skills, right?
I would also give you a spellcraft check. But yeah, it would be in your skills under your knowledges.
Yeah, no, psionic, not magic. Mesmerist. I don't have that.
All right. In which
So
case you might need a different partner.
Let's see. Do I have anything that I think might work in place of those? Negative. I do not. I do not have an alternative to present to you.
It's all right. We'll just make our safe lead back. Tell the others about this.
Speaking of back in the room, Razzik and Nyphix, what are you guys doing? As you see, Malik is currently studying one of the statues.
I'm studying the rune on the floor, copying it down in my spell book.
All right. Also, if you have a knowledge arcane.
I do. Check.
Uh-huh.
You want a knowledge arcana check?
Yep.
That's a 17.
No one's going to have a good time tonight. That's a 17? Shit.
I know. I was about to say the same thing.
So,
I just got a good proficiency in that.
So, with that check, you take note that it is a rune of summoning. And weirdly, still warm.
As I go to start copying down, I cast my Shriver's Chant and double copy it.
All right. And Nyphix, what about you?
Nyphix first off watches them walk through the wall and disappear on the other side. I'm wondering what the fuck. First off. Just because she's never seen anything like that before. But she's just going to silently stand here next to Razzik. Because she doesn't like to leave somebody alone. She's been trained better than that. So she's just watching Razzik's back currently.
If you'd like to, you can also make a perception check.
Why do they make that dice so small?
I gotta find out how you guys are all rolling tonight, so I know what the hell I'm doing with battle. I've seen 6, 6, 4, 7, 2, 3.
The wonderful 3.
Yeah. See, that was what was I rolling again?
Perception. Yes.
Yep.
Is it in dim light or regular light? That makes a difference for me, apparently.
It's kind of dim light around here. You notice that this is a well-lit chamber. There might be sconces on the wall, but they don't reach out.
I don't know why I asked. It's not gonna make a difference anyways. It only brings me up to a 7.
I mean, you rolled a 3, you had a 6, so that's 9. Perception in dim light is 7. Got plus 2.
Is that like just their passive perception?
Well, passive perception is 10 plus your modifier.
Okay.
But you'll take note of a couple things. The chest on the right seems like it's been frequented. You see the lock, the little latch that falls over the lock so you can put a padlock into it, is kind of askew. It's knocked off its hinge a little bit. Where the chest on the left seems preserved, seems manufactured, made, and never opened. What's more, inside those 5 rings of that summoner circle, you see scuff marks on the floor within each of those 5 rings. And I don't see you having knowledge, so I'll let you roll d20 plus 1 if you'd like. That's better.
It's not a 3.
It's not a 3. It's a double digit.
If Tom was watching, he'd cringe with me. We rolled nothing but 3s one time.
Taking a look at the summoner circle, there's something off about it. Something that's just kind of giving you the heebie.
Can I pick up on what that is?
Well, that was for Nyphix. You are not of the religious sort.
Okay.
I mean, maybe you are. Who knows? Maybe you pray at night.
No.
All right. So as you guys copy and watch each other and keep over the room, you'll see that Captain Vickers and Eelix return to the room through the putty portal.
There are
Without looking up,
pooches.
like, you guys find anything interesting?
Yeah.
Quite.
Some jet black dogs with big red eyes and a couple tails.
Floosters?
I don't know if I would pet these ones.
I mean, you never know.
Well, judging from our past experiences, I think you do know.
Right, so I suppose there's going to be a fight up ahead.
Well, if we go that way. But I want to understand what they're protecting, but I don't know if it's even worth going that direction and getting ourselves wound up. So, Razzik, have you figured anything about this?
It seemed to me that the objects in the box placed in these circles activate this ring. Either summoning something from here to somewhere else, or something from somewhere else to here. It's hard to know which direction it's going in. We could perform an experiment. Try to test it out.
I say let's test a little bit of our odds at the moment and see a little more down this other hallway, and then maybe come back to this.
Doesn't it strike people odd, though, that somebody made a pudding wall and stuck some big dogs behind it?
Absolutely.
Like,
It does seem like there's some form of protection, but I also don't know what else we're going to be dealing with later. We need to make this a clean sweep.
Malik will touch the fungus on his ears. Combs, can you scroll at me for a second? I want you to take a look at this statue. Tell me if you remember the symbols on this. And Combs will, in turn, speak to just Malik. Takes a look at the symbol. All right. Let me know if you figure anything out.
Something rouse you up, Malik?
Yeah, take a look at this. And he starts pointing at the pauldrons and at the armor itself. Doesn't this remind you of something? Back in the army. These are the old vestments. Old guard.
It's strange for this armor to still stick around.
There are some symbolings here, but they're not but not of the Regency. Could just be old. Phase them out.
I think it's just here for collection then.
Well, one thing for sure. And he taps one of the symbols that's a shield with a rose that wrapped its way around and embossed itself onto the said shield. We're definitely in the home of the Courted Rose. There's trouble with these Mass Lords. You never know who the fuck they are.
All right, Ravens. Seems like we got ourselves our situation here. I say we stay grouped up. If you think we must do something with this little ritual circle, then we must. But if anyone thinks we shouldn't tamper with beings that we do not understand, then we shall move on.
But is it functional?
Razzik, in your studying of it, it's functional. It works. Good talk.
Razzik always got deep in thought.
You said in the circles there was what looked like scratching stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like little scratch marks.
Can I actually inspect those closer?
Sure. Upon closer inspection, and this is just a general view, they look like scuffings, like somebody putting something there and removing it. Go ahead and roll me a survival real quick.
Ooh.
Oh, 19. Good. You don't have, that makes it 23. If these are scuff marks from something being placed and being removed, it's not enough scuffage. Something protects these once they're placed on the ground. Like almost like a magical barrier underneath. So whatever is being used in it might be pretty powerful.
Okay.
They're at least powerful enough to radiate their own auras.
Okay. Can I tell by even though I can tell that there's a protection on it, can I tell generally the size?
About roughly the size of a basketball, maybe a little smaller.
Okay. Would I be able to tell if they fit in the chest?
They would definitely fit in that chest over there. Either one of them.
I'm actually going to go over to the right chest real quick. And which one of you was it that inspected the chest already? One of you guys actually looked at the chest and determined one of them was magical and wasn't magical. Which one was that?
My detect magic is still going, so I'll just look and tell her.
So Razzik tells you that the chest on the right is magical. The chest on the left is not magical, and he hasn't opened it yet.
The chest on the right, of the 5 things that are in there, they are all magical as well?
Yep, that's what the blue means.
Okay, I've never seen it represented that way. So everything in the chest on the right is magical, including the chest itself.
Nope, just the 5 orbs inside the chest. Those are the magical components inside said chest.
Okay.
When you cast detect magic, it normally bathes something in a bluish glow to let you know that it's magical. So you would see that kind of radiating through the chest, so long as the chest didn't have any type of scry protection or wasn't like an entire foot of stone or something.
Okay.
I'm actually going to go up to Eelix and ask him if he, by any chance, can detect traps.
That is a good question. They might have a spell for that.
Ooh.
I don't No, I don't, unfortunately.
Well, there is always the brute force.
Well, if you
I
can't
could
detect
just...
traps, then fuck it. I'm going to just open the chest.
As you pop open the chest, you're immediately blinded by these 5 light sources in the chest before they dim their glow. And you see these almost light blue cloudy orbs inside of them. There's 5 of them. And each of them are swirling with their own little nimbus inside. Each one of them looks like it's made of glass and probably is roughly the size of a bowling.
What do you see, Nyphix?
I'm gonna call Razzik over and ask him just generally like to take a look. Ask him if these look like they would be of any use for the summoning circle.
As they're non-magical, I would say that probably aren't. Though I will admit that the work happening in this room is beyond me.
Well, they are magical.
Yeah.
Seems like your mind is on something else, Razzik. Is everything all right?
I'm just trying to lick this symbol, you know? It seems as if it is almost like a combination lock. Perhaps the 5 objects can be placed in a number of ways. Summon things from a number of places.
Well, let me ask you this, Razzik. If I touch one, am I going to have a problem?
What kind of magic is coming off the items in the chest?
They are activation and enhancement magic. They are lodestone keys.
Yeah, probably they're safe to touch. They're not pushing off any kind of magic could do you harm.
Take your word for it, buddy. And Nyphix is gonna reach in and pick up an orb.
We don't want it to be similar to the 3 fronts.
And as you recall this last mission, Nyphix picks up one of the orbs. What is Nyphix's the flavor of her soul? What color would be her favorite?
Considering she's lawful neutral, but she's lawful neutral to herself, and technically her god is Irory. Oh, fuck. It's actually a hard one. I don't know. Probably be like a blue.
You watch as the light blue, almost morning sky colors inside this orb begin to alter and change. It bubbles for a bit as the nimbus clouds swirl inside of it a bit more, and then the orb is radiating an even deeper blue. And the clouds continue to spin, just now finding rest.
You don't feel queasy, do you?
You guys are just gonna watch as the clouds kind of change. Nyphix's head is just gonna kind of do that like side to side inspection, like that puppy dog side to side, like watching it as it changes. Not quite saying much, just kind of watching it as it swirls and changes.
Well, it doesn't seem to be dangerous, Eelix. Is there anything you can harness from this?
When we came in the room initially, did you say there were things of different sizes? Like we noted, did we note? For some reason, I'm feeling like I remember you saying something like we noticed something that are different sizes.
The circles are of different sizes, and they seem to match up with the sized orbs that are in the chamber.
Okay, that's what I'm gonna say. So does anybody else? So we have pudding wall. We got these circles, and we got these orbs, and the circles and the orbs are the same size as a summoning circle in a room with some statues and a pudding wall with dogs behind it.
I feel like we're just looking at doorways of 1, 2, and 3.
Well, we're really only here for one thing.
Yes.
I feel like all this is just a distraction.
It does seem that way.
I agree. It could be a distraction, but if there is some sort of a secret we can uncover about this device, it's possible that it could be an emergency exit.
We could uncover a secret, or we could uncover a trap. Remember the
Or
Battle of
what
Dulce?
what we're looking for is either using the orbs as keys to open the door, getting past the dogs to open the door, or down that other hallway.
I mean, what if in reality it just summons what we're looking for?
I think that would be too easy. But just like you said, Malik, we can't take those odds. I say we explore our options. This is a possibility, and if these orbs do match up, this is a potential for something. Worst case scenario. I say we continue down the other hallway and see what we can find. We are looking for a very specific thing.
Agreed. We've wasted enough time in here.
All right. The hallway extends down for quite some distance. And as it comes down further and further, close to that room seen before, go ahead and give me a perception check, Vickers, as you are taking the lead.
All right. Let me go ahead and roll this die if it allows me. All right. It's higher than 10. That's a good thing. 14.
You smell a familiar smell. The smell of charcoal, smoke, and sulfur. And eggs. Rotten eggs. Similar to bad breath. There might be something hanging out right here.
Keep your wits about you. We're not alone in this hallway. I'm going to keep my shield in front of me, and I'm going to keep my paces slow.
All right. And
Would you like me to roll a stealth check for that?
Absolutely.
Okay. No whammies.
Famous last word.
Those threes, man. Those threes.
Okay.
Right.
So
and my stealth is not great by itself. That is a 0.
ooh, all right.
I guess that's why I keep my shield ready, no matter what.
Woo.
He walked away to roll something.
That's when you know it's good.
Yeah.
That's when you know it's coming. He's gonna throw a plushie at me.
It's not a nat 20, but it is the next best thing. Vickers does a 24.
A 24? Let me go ahead and check this real quick. I think a 24 will. Yes, indeed it will.
Rounding the corner, one of the dogs leaps out, jumps, and bites a hold of your arm. You take 6 fire damage This is cruel.
That was cruel. Was that 6 and then 7 something else?
10 piercing damage.
Okay.
As you feel the dog latch onto your arm.
Alright. Just want to make sure I don't have... Because you said it was piercing damage.
I don't believe you have any DRs yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I just wanted to double check. You never know.
If you go across from your HP pool, you'll see that it has like wounds, tracking damage, and then it has damage reduction.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so Vickers, Razzik, and Malik, what would you guys like to do to this this puppy that is came out to play?
I guess I'm right behind him. I'll act first.
As long as its jaws are in my arm. You guys don't have much problems.
Let's see. We'll cast. We cast sleep on it.
All right. You proceed to cast sleep on the pup. I have lost my phone. You don't mind recounting what sleep does?
Put the creature
I
up
sleep
before
in
his
this.
right to sleep.
4 hit dice worth of creatures. Which that boy will go to sleep on Captain Vickers' arm.
If it wasn't for the first attack, I would say it was cute.
At least you can get it off of you now.
Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of
Just do
shove
so
it
without
inside.
injuring it, as it will immediately awake. And then I pull out my light crossbow and load a bolt. Prepare to fire it at the dog if it wakes up.
Captain Vickers, as you're going back across, roll me another stealth check, because inside the room, right where you're walking, there is another pupper who is currently watching, and the watcher that you had seen before, keeping guard.
Alright. I have a -3 on stealth, so we'll see how well this goes.
Damn, good. We're awesome.
It's an 11.
Let's say you're a decent distance out right now, so hopefully better than before. All right, and you will proceed to cross. Pupper sleeping on the wayside.
I'm going to kind of signal back to them, kind of wiping the blood off my arm, and just signal touch to my brow and to my nose to let them know that something's aware and be cautious.
God, I'm glad I didn't roll in the app. That was my first roll in the app, nat 20. That would have sucked. That was a down Vickers right there. What were you saying, Duality?
I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay, I thought I heard you.
Yeah, I think Death said that.
All right,
Razzik.
so Razzik, roll stealth as you're going across.
Stealth. Okay.
Nyphix, you're making sure to move alongside with us, are you?
19.
Okay.
Sneak by stealthily, and I'm going to maintain that stealth.
All right. And Malik had the nat 20 getting across, so he'll stealth perfectly fine. Eelix and Nyphix, are you guys coming with?
Well, I would definitely say that once I heard Captain Vickers holler, I definitely went running. So, yes.
Okay.
Just hurdles Eelix.
Yeah, so I gotta make a stealth check here, you said?
If you
Yes.
cross, you have to make a stealth check. If you decide not to cross, you don't have to make one.
Yeah. And I did warn you. I don't know if that will like help you, but it was just as long as you know what's there.
Let me look at my stealth, because I know I got stealth. I knows I got stealth. Took a few points of that. Okay, so I have... Yes, I have stealth. Let's do it.
Definitely suggest you go ahead of me.
Here we go. 17 before any bonuses.
Nice. It's good to see you guys have high numbers.
Straight across.
Really takes you back,
Hey,
doesn't it,
Google.
Razzik?
Set a timer for 6 minutes.
9.
And stealth isn't that high, so unless you got negatives, fine. Which, it seems in dim light and darkness, you actually get a pretty big buff on yours.
3. Yeah.
So you will also make it across.
Thank God.
With that, as you guys are now peering into the room, Captain Vickers, you see two dogs that seem very preoccupied, sniffing the barrels that are sitting in the center of the floor there. These two barrels seem recent. There's no dust on them. There's nothing else attached to them, but they are sealed. Clamp shut at the tops and the bottoms. No bungholes to get out any fluid. And the only other thing in this room, other than these two barrels, are weapons and armor. You see halberds, pikes, swords of all shapes, types, and varieties, mostly studded and leather armor. Seems like an armory, as if you wanted to arm actual guards that would be here. What's more, these dogs seem so enamored with the barrels, they're not really paying attention to you guys walking.
I think I relay that to the rest of the group and just tell them to be cautious.
I don't know when he was going to press to burn any of our spells again. You watch as Malik touches to his ear and goes, "Comes, can I get a cast?" And there's a bit of silence, and then a poof in the room. And the two creatures go to sleep.
Just like old times, Malik.
All right. Yeah, tell me about it. It's good to see that we're working together again.
Indeed.
And as you guys wander into this armory, whatever you guys feel free to take or touch or do whatever in here. The
I
crates.
cast the magic again. Is there
The
anything
dog.
that's obviously magical?
The dogs are magical. What's more is with your detect magic and your natural arcane ability, you see these flecks of shadow energy coming off of the dogs. Almost as if they're ashing upwards.
Do they seem to be losing mass to this phenomenon?
Nope, it seems to be almost an auric effect, something that they do naturally. If you would like to roll another knowledge arc, Yeah. On it.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good one. 28.
The effect that they are portraying is a natural effect of something summoned from the shadow plane. These creatures are summons.
Okay.
What are you sensing, Razzik?
These creatures are not of this plane. There's some type of shadow beast. Summoned from the plane of shadow.
I kind of twist the arm that got bit a little bit ago. Didn't really need a hindsight to know that, but...
We need to be extremely quiet.
Indeed.
Do not wake the sleeping hounds.
Man, why do you keep, like, drifting into the past?
He's fading into the shadows.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
Just imagine it's Homer Simpson going to
Marijuana
work.
does interesting things to me. One of the things is it makes my voice a lot softer. Yes.
So,
Right.
would these things be coming from that portal in the back that we just walked past?
Say that is reasonable assumption, though we can't be certain.
And the orbs possibly unlock that to let more in?
Or perhaps send the ones that are here out.
Anybody want to flip a copper and test that?
That's what I'm wondering.
It would be extremely dangerous to do so.
What do we want to do?
The odds
Test
are
the
50
portal in the back room to see if it summons more of these dogs. If it does, we'll have to fight it on the spot, probably. Unless
Malik,
it summons in under the thrall of the summoner. Which won't be me.
What's up, Captain?
Only
Did you think
because I
comms
didn't
would-
draw that circle.
do you think comms would be able to kind of discern that rune and see if it would be something that could dissipate any summon if it were to be removed?
As you refer to comms, comms will end up clicking in on your fungus. And he goes, "Hey, boys, I think I have an idea of what's going on there. Do you have any like armor or something you can look at? One of those weapons standing by." You'll watch as Malik opens up one of the crates and pulls out a very familiar to you and him studded leather raiment of the Esilian Guard. Military attire. Boys, I think I know who we're robbing. I'll go study that circle. See if I can't find anything.
Understood.
Malik takes a look at you, Vickers, and goes, "It's not too late to back out."
It feels like they're building something up. If we're able to do what we need to do here, we may be able to dissuade whatever could become a war. I say we stick to our guns.
Your orders, Captain. We looting this place?
If any one of you feel a need to grab anything, I say I saw nothing. I'll keep watch.
I
by the
need
way,
nothing.
I don't know if any of you are very interested in this game. Like, I know a lot of us have played 5th edition. 5th edition has insight checks to kind of read body language and stuff there. Pathfinder has that too, called Sense Motive. So if you guys ever want to sense motive on any of the people who you're with or anything like that, just let me know. And we can get that rolling as well. Body language is sometimes key in a lot of situations. If you have somebody who you're talking to or somebody that you're intrigued about.
What
Now
about
I'll wander over, tings his sword against some of the other swords. He goes, "Lightweight junk."
Can I sense any other like secret walls in the area?
In this room, there are no secret walls.
Okay.
All right. So do you guys want to loot any weaponry, armor, or? Actually, you know what? Eelix, I got a question for your character.
Sure.
Did any of yourselves get into any type of drug use or anything, or any herbalism?
There probably was a little bit of the halfling's leaf.
All right.
Leave.
So, in which case, there is a smell that's kind of getting to you in this room. It's a very musky, bitter smell. A bit off-putting, but it is coming from those barrels that the dogs were checking out.
Do I recognize it as something that I might have been hanging out with a caterpillar puffing a hookah with?
It's a way to put
I
it.
wouldn't say you would be puffing the hookah, but I'm pretty sure you maybe given it to an animal or two.
Okay. I'm gonna carefully open up one of them barrels and check that stuff out.
As you pop it open, you notice a couple squared packages, and the barrel starts reeking of that bitter scent. And with it now open, Nyphix, I will also give you the benefit because I'm a dog lover. You're smelling essentially doggy catnip. Each of these packages seems to be almost a care package of doggy catnip.
Well, I think we all should take some of this.
Mm-hmm.
You use it to distract the hounds.
Or
Wager
attract.
Yes, but aren't these hounds not quite like typical hounds? Would they truly fall
they
up to the same?
They seemed interested. Like, you head to the barrel and grab a couple out.
All right.
Put them into my inner pockets of my robe. Keep one in hand, ready to slash it with my dagger.
Let's say you get like 4 of these.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a
Nyphix is
couple in mine as
actually-
well.
Nyphix
Alright.
is actually, instead of taking some, is actually going to walk up and you're going to watch her kind of tear one open, take her hands and kind of rub her hands through it and put the scent on her hands. Rubbing the oils along her hands rather than taking a package with her.
All right.
And we don't.
And Eelix, you will also gather for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
With that and the 8 taken out of that barrel is
Okay.
all right.
I think Captain Vickers is just kind of like trying to piece together why she rubbed it on her hands. Like,
Anyway, you said. Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't mean. I'm sorry.
nope, go ahead.
Lag. Go ahead.
I was just more like trying to discern what she was doing because I'm trying to think like making yourself the potential chew for the catnip per se may not be wise, but I'm going to trust your judgment on that. I already was a chew toy long enough.
Can't chew on a flying cat toy, can you?
True. I look up at
But
the
you
ceiling
can
and see
sure-
how tall it is.
But you can sure chase one. Quick distraction.
Taking a look, the ceilings are pretty high, about like 20 feet.
Alright.
She could probably flutter and tuck her legs in and be a good avoidance, so long as they don't do any running, jumping, Jackie Chan kick flips off of one of the barrels.
Alright. I'm ready to move forward when you are.
You said there are weapons along these walls.
Swords of all shapes, types, and varieties, daggers, some
Anything magical?
Nope. It is a plain Jane armory.
Jane armory. Well, I guess I'll take as many plain Jane weapons as the bag will hold.
You gather a bag full of Jane weapons.
Go.
Nyphix
What's the
is
need for
just
that?
going to grab a dagger. She's just gonna pick one up, flip it, stick it in her sheath on her belt.
All right.
All right.
Looks like
Perhaps
it's that
as-
room a bust.
Say that one more time.
Looks like it's that room a bust. Those dogs are probably guarding what we're after.
Yeah, it does seem that way. I was hoping we could more get around them, but if we have to persuade them with these packets, then all the better, I guess. If I have to get chewed on the arm again, I guess I will.
I don't know. Maybe there is a way around this. Oh, not a fan of ways around. Rather just bust.
All right. Stick close. Remember what we had to deal with around the corner.
And I'm not going to make you guys re-roll stealth. I will say that Malik will probably move past you and goes back into the room.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to use the putty engine.
Okay.
I think that's the wisest path for all of us.
As you guys wander in, you'll see Toms is currently in the room studying over the portal. He goes, "Oh, hey, didn't see you guys enter. Hate to burst anybody's bubble, but this just looks like a way in, not a way out.
So you think they use this rune to get into this place?
I get them in, seal the door.
That's
You only
quite
have
some
to
powerful
refresh
magic.
You only have to refresh them once the magic wears off. But whatever they're bringing them in here with must be pretty powerful shit.
Indeed.
Makes me wish I had a giant bear trap.
I think they sell
If
those.
anyone pops in.
Oh, I mean, if you're feeling frisky, we can always go back to hair triggers.
Traps are beyond me.
Also, Nyphix, did you pocket one of the orbs in your kit?
Yeah.
Boop! It's gone now. Good.
Let's say in the instance that I heard screaming, I mean, it was quicker to put it in her pocket than drop it.
Right.
All right.
All right.
So what's everybody think? We got the potty door and an open hallway.
Yeah, and the open hallway was not great. So maybe it would be wise to go through this way. I will try to lead up front and make sure that nothing else latches onto our arms.
Couldn't let you know.
I'll wait until I bleed enough.
Fair enough.
I think I'm more of a fan of the two fronts. I'll go be loud. And Malik is going to wander around the other side.
Alright, understood.
Can I actually, as Malik goes to walk off, can I just generally take a sense, awareness of body language, whatnot, like the way that he seems wandering off on his own?
Sure, I'd like you to roll a sense motive.
Spike.
What'd you get?
It looked like it was a 7.
Oh, your sense motive, that brings you to an 11.
What's troubling you, Nyphix?
Okay, it does. I'll let you know when I know.
I sent you a message.
Hmm. Okay. There's nothing to know. You just watch Nyphix kind of watch him and then roll her eyes and kind of follow you, Vickers. That's it.
Don't let it trouble you too much. Malik has always been a one to stride on his own. But at some points he always did rely on a good shield. That's why we were brothers in the mercenaries.
I love the camaraderie. Hope it doesn't get us all killed.
As long as
So,
we work together, we wouldn't have to worry about that.
so Eelix and Razzik, who are you guys following? Do you follow Malik or do you follow Captain?
I am going to follow the captain.
All right.
And
All right. You'll hear comms over your speaker. Good luck out there. Nobody get killed. Dogs are nothing to fuck with.
Yeah,
Malik
I got to
is
learn
going
that firsthand.
Malik is going to come over your guys' comms. And he goes, I'm going to be real loud. All right? Make sure I don't get killed out here.
I wouldn't dream of it, Malik.
And with that, let's roll some initiative.
All right.
you want everyone to roll?
Yes.
That I do. I'm going to start adding you guys to the initiative tracker.
I got a +6, so that's a 12.
Initiative +4, 19.
I got a 5. Grand.
Okay, so you got a 5 on both the dice and your initiative? Jesus.
Just one.
Jesus.
I got a 26.
Jesus. What'd you roll?
17.
So what'd you get, Razzik?
He got 26, so a +9 to his initiative. 17 dice roll.
Improved initiative will do that.
Yeah.
All right, Captain Vickers, what'd you get?
I could have gone harder, to be honest.
I got just a 12. It was a 6 on the dice roll, +6.
I got a 4 plus 1.
Don't worry. Stay glued to my pauldron and we'll be fine.
So Malik, unfortunately, will be the last to act with a 4. And the monstrosities are taking up the middle.
Okay.
All right. So with that,
Only natural that the hero grows last, guys.
so with that, you wait for Malik's signal. And as you sit there waiting on bated breath, you hear Malik enter. All right, come on, you big uglies. Let's see what you've got.
All right, that's our cue.
And he will take his 2 swings, which both of those will hit. And he does a lot of damage. That's 10, 16, 17 points of damage to our boy here. It's still alive. Not too happy about being alive. And with that, top of the turn order, Razzik, you are up. Keep in mind for this one map in total, I'm going to be using push pass, so you guys can through each other. try and get more into the idea of battling and positioning.
Mm-hmm.
I will hold my turn.
All right. Holding your turn for a specific call.
I'm basically waiting for the party to move forward.
All right. Eelix, you are up.
I'm going to do the same because I'm going to use a spell, but I want to have somebody in front of me and the target.
You're all too kind.
All right.
Oh, wait, how did this in this game do you get interrupted if you get hit?
Um,
And
no,
do you
I-
like declare
Operation
casting? So like, do you have to declare casting at the beginning of the round and what spell, or is it like just an action?
It is just an action, but if you are
Okay.
holding a spell, like if you're like, oh, well, I'm holding sleep for that room, I kind of like to know what you're doing because I don't want to mess up the plan too much. And knowing
Okay.
that information is usually kind of helpful as well. Don't worry, I'm not the type of DM who's going to fuck you, but you know.
Oh, I even brought the wine coolers. Brought the Arbor Mist and some wine coolers too, man. That's low. Had my hopes
you're
up.
bringing Arbor Mist.
Oh
again?
my.
So
Those are some good rolls.
yeah, Malik got hit. Malik got hit real good. Oh shit!
Oh.
Nice too.
Jesus.
There we go. Malik takes 22 plus 9 points of damage for 31. Still standing. He's not happy standing.
For his life.
You just hear thanks, assholes, from the other room. With that, it'll cut over to Captain Vickers. You are up, Captain.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and then try to make up my move here. Okay. And 15, 20, 25, 30. Gonna get here. And then fully have like my sword drawn. See if I can get any of these routed towards me. So very much the same thing. Just making noise as I come in. Kicking boxes. Just trying to discern the room. I don't think anything's in range of me to hit, so.
So with that, Razzik, do you want to take your turn now?
Sure.
Chain lightning.
30.
Just let that remind you, you do have a crossbow, Vickers. You could shoot it.
Oh, I do. I do.
Oh, snap. I have a crossbow too.
Yeah. Let me...
Yes, I don't know if you want to take a shot.
I'm going to do that this round.
Let me see what this is. Yeah, that's definitely within range. +5. Yeah. Trying to understand. Is that a +5 to my hit die? I think that's what that is.
Yep, that +5 is you roll a d20, add the 5, and that's all your bonuses.
Yeah. All right.
Not bad.
Gonna need it.
Alright.
I'm gonna try to hit the one just adjacent to me. With the heavy crossbow, it's just a 12. Probably not gonna hit his AC. Okay. So then, what was it? It was 1d10, I believe. 1d10. Yep. Oops, I accidentally put 2 in there when I meant to grab just 1. There we go.
8 points. Your crossbow bolt sinks into the creature. Little disturbing, but no blood flows. The dog notices you. You hear its shadowy, arcane growl of anger. And Razzik, go ahead and continue.
I'm going to cast Aggressive Thundercloud. I'm going to put it right in between the 2 squares of dog's
I think you had a Java.
Oh,
saying
what
that.
the son of a bitch. You think what?
I heard a bum, so I didn't hear.
Yeah, I hit the mouse button on my A1.
All right, so you get a 20.
DPI.
You get a 250-foot cloud, or
No, it's a 5-foot radius, but I'm gonna center it like right here. Kind of see it. It's in between these two dogs.
all right. Give me a quick second. Boom. Let me get some thunder there, and with the thunder and the lightning. Oh, all right. And they get a reflex saving damage. That's a 17 and a 9.
I forget how you figure out.
Your saving throw should be listed inside of your.
Yeah, it'll say like your spell save DC.
Your spell save DC is 10 plus your spell casting modifier plus the spell's level, and then if you have any miscellaneous modifiers.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, 15 off the bat, and then the rest of the
So it would be 15, I guess. So 10 plus my spellcasting level plus a level of spell. It would be 15. So one of them fails, one of them does not.
Okay.
One that succeeds takes no damage, and the one that doesn't succeed takes 3d6 lightning.
Well, I mean, he only had 3 hit points left, so he's gone.
Just out of curiosity, when he dies, what actually happens to his body?
It actually shimmers out. You'll watch as the dog was growling and latched onto Malik, and then lightning hits it, and you just hear as the dog eviscerates into that black ethereal smoke that was coming off him.
Okay.
Well done, Razzik.
Yeah. That spell persists for 2 more turns.
And you can move it.
And I can move it.
All right. So with that, back to Eelix. Do you want to take your turn real quick? Or are you...
I will, sure. I'll come up out to here, and I will shoot that guy right there.
All right.
And that will be with the good old hand crossbow. I definitely do not hit. There's
That's
no
a
way
miss.
3. Yeah. No way a 3 plus any of my bonuses makes it.
Yeah, no, DC was 12. All right.
Yeah.
So with that, Nyphix, you are up.
Each square is 5?
Yep. My cat. My son, I love.
Then we have... Alrighty, so...
In this chair.
The dog that is right there by the green circle?
All right. And the aggressive thundercloud?
Correct. I am actually going to cast Murderous Command.
Ooh. What do?
It is going to, if it does not pass a DC 15, it must kill its ally.
Well, let's find out. It passed.
I guess its murderous intent isn't as deep as you thought.
16. Was a will save?
I believe it would be,
DC
yeah.
15 will negates it.
Yeah, so it would have been negated. Anything else you want to do in your turn?
I don't think there's any. I don't think I have any bonus actions for me to be able to heal anybody. So No.
All
So
right.
that'll be it.
So we're going to start swinging a bit heavier with Malik. He ain't making it the next round if I don't. So we're going to mix up some power attack and get that going in this bitch. Increase my hits. 2 shots. Nat 20. Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
So the way how Nat 20s work in my world, so that you guys all know for next time, whatever your damage dice is, the full thing, then roll it again. For each times in your critical, he's got a ×2 for these gladii. So he's got a 6 on the button. With another 6 makes 12. And then I'm going to roll out 18, the other ones he's going to hit. So that's 15, and then 16, 17. So yeah, he's going to kill another one. He'll aim for this one here because the other one's in the aggressive thundercloud, and he's not. Actually, that one's going to be dumb. I'm going to aim for this one here because the aggressive thundercloud can move and clap 2 more.
Yep.
So Malik is going to clap 2. And he does not have anything in which to make distance with himself. So he will hold position at that point, and we will pass the turn off to Razzik. You are up.
Okay. Let's see. Going to. I'm going to move the thundercloud in between both of them. They can both make a DC 17 reflex save.
Okay. So if it does enter, so with Thundercloud reading it, it can't occupy 2 spaces. Like it would bump a space and then occupies it, and at that point it stops.
Oh, okay. Well, then stop it on the 1.
Yep. I will give you a quick roll. Whew, I thought that was going to be an 18 for there. That's a fail. He's going to take his 3d6's stride.
$11.
Nice.
All right. 11 points of damage to that boy there. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
Can I still cast?
If you have a cantrip, that is casting time 1 bonus action.
I think I have any cantrips like that. Can I shoot my crossbow?
Actually, hold on. Aggressive Thunderclap moving, it's just a move action. You're fine to cast it on the spell. That's just hanging around for 1 round per level. So you have 2 more rounds on that. You can cast it on the spell.
I'm gonna cast a spider climb.
All right.
And that will be it.
All right. Eelix, you are up.
I am going to cast Sleep on that one.
Good choice. That one was going to be a problem in a minute. So it does have less than 4 hit dice. So he will become incapacitated.
Yay! Yeah, I didn't like him sneaking up on us.
All right.
Speaking of sneaking, you know you're too big to sneak. Yes, you are. You're too big to sneak.
Okay, so with that said, that one's now asleep. Anything else you want to do at your turn?
Nope. I'm gonna stay right where I am. I got a box on one side, a wall on the other, and it's asleep. So yeah, I only got to worry about the one direction.
All right. I have one morale check to make. Actually, let's see if it even survives the thundercloud real quick. Yeah, he's fine. Now for the morale check to find out. Low is bad for Razzik. That's pretty bad for Razzik. Let's see if Malik stops him with the attack. That's going to be a 14, which hits. For 9 point. Oh my God, he survived by. Yeah, no, he died. He died.
Okay.
He has 20 hit points. Oof. All right. All right, so Malik managed to stop one that was getting ready to. Another one is getting ready to jump off at Nyphix. Captain Vickers, you have an ability. I was reading your character sheet to use a move action for next turn, which is literally right now, to move in the way and intercept a target coming in toward. You want to do that?
Yes, absolutely.
Then
I want to make
shall-
sure I'm protecting the party.
I shall shift you. And let me read the rest of that because Nyphix is about to have a bad time. At least. Intercepting charge.
How many more times can I do that?
Take was nice.
All right. And it will attack Captain Vickers instead.
4 per day. Okay.
That will be a miss. 5, 10, 15. This one's going to attack Nyphix.
It would provoke an attack of opportunity from Captain Vickers.
Entering in.
No, it went through his threatened square.
It's
It
only,
didn't break through, though.
it's only when you're leaving.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
And I already got in the way of the other one that was coming into play.
All right. So that is going to be 7 plus 5 for 12 to hit Nyphix. Does that hit?
Actually, I don't think it does. Right on.
18.
No, it does.
Wait, no. 12, yeah, it hits. All right. So let's get toasty.
Yep.
That's 13 points of damage to you.
Mm.
As you
Ow.
feel the bite sink in, you hear the as flames start gouting from the arm that it's biting, and it's trying to gnaw your hand off. 5, 10, 15, 20. This one's going to attack Razzik, and that's another 12 to hit.
Not even close.
To hitting Razzik. God damn. All right. And we have one on Malik. That is going to be a 15 to hit Malik, which misses. This one is going to run up, and we're going to have a flaming heck on Eelix, which is going to hit. I'm pretty sure the 19 alone is past your AC there.
Oh yeah, I believe so. Let me double check. Yeah, my AC's 13.
4 points of fire damage.
Okay. Ouch.
As a ball of fire comes spitting out of his mouth. It'll then pass to Captain Vickers' turn.
All right, it's time to clean this up. I'm going to go ahead and swing my long sword at this one. Just to clean up this 8. Plus 9. All right, so that's 26.
That hits.
All right. Oops, I accidentally scrolled way too far. 1d8 plus 6. All right, 10. To the
All
one
right.
that has 8 on it. So it would be 18 wounded.
2 hit points left for that boy. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
I don't think I have a bonus action to do another attack. From what I can see.
I mean, you also could have turned that attack into a power attack, and that would have been enough to kill it.
Yeah, we might as well do that. We need to clean these things up.
All right. And with that, Nyphix, you are up.
go. Inflict light wounds. Since, considering it just latched onto my arm, I'm going to grab a hold of said puppy dog by the throat. Since, I have to touch it. So it needs to roll DC 15 will.
I failed that. Pretty bad.
D8 plus 3. So 9 points of damage.
9 points. All right. Actually, real quick, it was 9.
Mm-hmm.
It does not stay 9.
Yeah, because I think I have a saving shield. Is that what you're referring to?
No. Something's going on at the moment. Which, Nyphix, how enthralled in this battle are you? Like, are you focusing on the fight, or would you notice something light?
What do you mean?
I'm wondering if you're like tunnel vision focused on this fight, or if something was to like go off on your person, if you'd know it.
Well, currently, I'm not I wouldn't be in the battlefield healer portion, so I would know if something was like going on with my person at the moment.
Okay. I'm going to send you another whisper.
Oh, shit.
I can spell.
All right. And is that the end of your turn?
Mm-hmm.
It will pass back over to Malik's turn. Malik's going to dog, tower attack. Both will hit. That's 9 on the dice and 11. Oh, dead dog. All right. With that, Malik is going to 5, 10, 15, hop up on here, and he's going to prepare to death from above another dog. All right. So with that said, turn will pass to Razzik. You have a dog incurring on you. And your thundercloud is unmoved. Your spiders unclimbed.
I'm going to move the thundercloud to the dog that's threatening me.
All right. Dog will make a save. That's a pass.
Ooh. I was really hoping it wouldn't pass.
Then make a acrobatics check. I'm going to fail. I'm going to move up the wall,
All
like
right.
straight up the wall and onto the ceiling.
Okay. You are moving out of the dog's attack. Zone of threat.
Yep.
He's going to miss you, so you get up the wall with no issue.
Yeah, I'm going to go all the way up the wall to the ceiling.
All right.
And then I'm going to pull my crossbow out as I'm walking. I think that's it, because the acrobatics check burned my standard action.
All right. So with that, turn will pass to Eelix.
I am
You feel
going
the
to put
singe on
the.
your robes.
I'm sorry, what?
I said you feel the singe on your robes from that dog that hecked you.
Oh, yeah. And I'm going to put that one to sleep now.
All right. And boopity boopity, that dog takes a nap,
Yeah.
leaving 2 dogs left. Anything else you want to do on your turn?
What are the coup de grace rules for movement and then that here at this system?
So for my system, I make it that if you wander over there and you attack, you get advantage, and it's
I'm sorry, you cut out a little bit. I heard you wander over there, you attack, you get advantage, and then it cut out.
and then it's an instant crit.
Okay. I'm going to hold off on that for somebody who has more damage.
All right. Okay. With that, it's now the monstrosity's turn. Vickers, you do have your saving shield now up because you have your intercept back.
Yep.
So that's going to be a 17 to hit Nyphix, which unfortunately, even if you did saving 14.
Yeah. Jeez.
That is 6 damage to Nyphix.
Well, then I'm definitely dead.
Nope, just unconscious.
Shit.
Actually.
Boop. So I tend to run this one a little bit different than normal. Essentially, when you go down, count back up to half of your hit points. In Pathfinder, when you go down, the rule is essentially when you hit 0, you have your con mod left. If it goes past your con mod, you're dead. I found that I kill people really quick in that situation. So I basically give you your 18 hit wake, and then you have -9, because that's half of your health. If you hit -9, then you die.
Okay. Kind of similar to the -10 rule from 2nd edition.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha.
All right. Captain Vickers, it is your turn.
All right. I think when I see Nyphix go down, I'm going to make sure to just kill this dog closest to me.
All right. Uh, 9 plus whatever modifier you have is going to hit.
Yeah, I believe it was a 9 itself, wasn't it? Yeah, +9.
Yeah,
So
that's a hit dog. Do some damage.
Got so many windows up. There we go. 5 plus 6. 11.
All right. You slam your shield into the dog and stab it through the throat. You hear it as you watch it poof into a cloud of smoke in front of you. All right.
All right. I'm gonna try. I don't know if it's possible. Is it possible to move after an attack?
Yep. You can move and fire.
Okay. So I'm gonna try to get here so that there's no further attacking on the unconscious.
Sounds awesome. All right. Nyphix, I also have imported the death saving feature just so that we can see if you get up or if you pass out on the floor, give it a little bit before you die.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll me that d20. If it's double digits, that's a save. If it's single digits, that's a fail. Nat 20, you'll get up with 1 hit point. And you're up with 1 hit point.
There we go.
Now, let's go.
That reminds me of the 2 wind fronts. Just right back at it.
I sort of make note, you guys will probably never see that again come from me.
All right, Nyphix, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
I think it would be
Shit.
wise to get yourself back to good health.
Yeah. Well, there's several ways I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
The question is, which way? Because I can either use a spell or I can use the potion that I have in my pocket.
Depending on what gives you the most. If it's a potion of cure light wounds, it's at least a 1d8 plus 1.
I actually think it's medium that I have.
Oh, then even better.
Yeah, cure moderate wounds. So it's 2d8 plus 3. Yeah, I guess I'll use one of the cure moderate wounds from my pocket.
All right.
I don't know how to add 2 of these on here, actually.
You just click it twice.
Nice.
And that's,
Very nice.
what is that, plus, I said plus 3? That brings me up to
Yeah, so what, 16?
17. So 1 shy of
Alright.
fully healed.
Anything else you want to do on your turn? I like that potions on your turn can be a bonus action. So if you want to move around and knock things out, I'm cool with that.
I guess the first dog here to the right, I'll cast Murderous Command on it. See if it'll murder its ally.
The one that Vickers is fighting right now?
No, the one, the other side.
Those are both asleep.
Ooh.
I mean, it would still be funny. He'd fail his check automatically and keep kicking his ally, but that's just going to him up.
Yeah, he's just gonna dream of killing his ally, running in his
We
sleep.
only have the one left, right?
Yep. I don't think the one in front of me has been touched, so.
Fuck it. Then you'll see Nyphix fly over Vickers.
All right.
Here, and she'll land and use inflict light wounds.
All right. That's a miss on the touch.
Or not.
There goes all your rolls. All right. It is now Malik's turn. He sees that you've gotten in front of him. He's take a look. Notice that that situation is handled. 5, 10, 15, 20. Climb up. And he's going to take 2 swings with advantage on these dogs. He's murdering them. That's a hit. And second one. That's a hit. And crit alone with the second hit will kill those. All right.
Nice.
Razzik, you're up.
Target the dog below me and shoot it with a crossbow.
All right. That's a hit.
Well done.
There we go. And
Reload my crossbow, and that's my turn.
awesome. All right, Eelix, you're up.
I'm going to target the one that Vickers is fighting and fire. Ooh. You know what? Just put it to sleep. I'll use my last spell slot. I'll tap myself out on first level spells.
All right. That pupper goes
Just
to
handle
sleep.
it. Yeah, just yeah. We'll just crowd control today.
All right, and then Vickers can feel free to take the finishing blow on that one.
All right, understood.
You got advantage?
Might need it. Plus 9, so 15.
That'll hit.
Okay.
All right. 6 plus 6 is 12, plus the 8 you would have gotten from the crit, and boom, that's a dead dog.
Yep.
A dead dog that was also in an aggressive thunder.
No, the aggressive thundercloud expired.
Yeah.
There we go. All right. And Nyphix, unless you want to do the honors, Malik's going to kill the other dog.
Go for it.
All right. And we'll just wipe the dog off the map, switch this music back to some exploration. And we are out of initiative.
All right, well done. Could have went smoother, but I didn't anticipate that many dogs in here.
Only was a pound.
Don't keep in mind there's still 3 of those bastards left.
Well, hopefully whatever you all picked up from that barrel, that will just keep them at bay. I insist we start climbing up these stairs and make our way.
As you all start to take a look up at the top of the stairs, you will see that there is a door obscuring your path forward. Vickers will turn around, Malik will turn around and go, this one doesn't look that pickable.
I don't think we can brute force it, can we?
Brute force it, magically disable it. Anyone of you Arcanists know how to disable devices?
My skills don't lie in that with magic.
Brute force it is.
All right. Malik on me.
Yep.
And I'm going to get up to the left side of the door.
Nyphix, are you still watching the situation between Vickers and Malik?
Mm-hmm.
Can you roll me another sense motive? All right, no new information gathered.
I have a really
All
good
right.
bonus for that too. I just don't want to roll it because I don't have a reason yet.
Okay.
All right.
On my count, Malik.
I can give you a reason. Eelix,
No.
roll perception.
No. Let me let me wait for one.
All right. Count of 3. 1,
All right. 2,
2.
3.
Bam! Between the 2 of you, the door will go down and reveal an area behind. And much to everybody's chagrin, you all hear a nothing happens.
Thankfully, I'm still on the ceiling.
You heard it too. Very loud
Ceiling starts
and
to-
very audible.
Can I roll perception to see if I can discern what direction it came from?
Sure.
That plus 3, 19.
It felt almost like it came from all around you. Like whatever it was targeted on you directly for you.
You stepped on it.
All right. I'm going to try to step a little bit back.
And Malik is going to start moving through. Not you.
Okay.
He'll saddle up against the side wall and take a peer down. Oh, we didn't trigger anything. Looks clean down here.
Perhaps it was a dud. Maybe kicking that door in disarmed it in some way.
Smells a bit.
All right. I'll go ahead and make sure to take the lead.
Malik
Keep my shield up high.
Malik steps to the side and lets you pass.
Then I'm going to rest on this corner and peer around.
You see a long, gated room with no discernible decoration, decor, obstacles.
Looks to be a little bit clear. Unlike everything else.
Yeah, doesn't seem good. Malik's gonna touch his ear. Comes, can you give me a read in that room?
I
Comes.
think as
As
Why
we're
not?
walking forward, I'm gonna, just because I heard the click and I found it a little suspicious that now Malik is, instead of taking the lead, is hanging back.
Well, Malik's been back for quite some time.
No,
He's
I
always
know.
ready to take the lead.
But
what's wrong?
hearing the click and watching the captain now walking, kind of in front of us, I'm actually going to just kind of walk forward and just lightly lay my hand on him and cast resistance.
All right.
You know what? You're kind of reminding me. Probably would be best for me to pop a light cure here. I think I had 4 of them on me. Potion cure wounds. Yeah, I have 4. So I'm going to at least take one of those. 1d8 plus 1. There we go.
All right.
At least back up. There we go. Never know what we run into, I guess. Especially here.
I know this whole thing has been trapped for a while. Now you'll watch as Malik touches his ear again. Kurtz, you there?
Do you think something with that trap did something to our comms?
I don't know. He takes note that Razzik's not in the room, and he says to Razzik in a very low, hushed tone, "Razzik, can you hear me?" And Razzik, you do not. You hear nothing. Just a muttering down the hallway.
Just being cautious. After they go down, I will continue on the ceiling.
Okay.
But I'm going to go slow and use perception here to make sure I'm not walking into some sort of a trap.
All right. All right. Should we brute force ahead, Captain? Pretty close. Looks like the treasury's right after this.
Yeah. I would say keep your wits about you. I'm gonna keep my movement ahead. Anything that happens to me, I can take a few hits if I need to. I'm gonna go ahead and step up, and very much like Razzik, I'm going to always be looking around at every step I take, just to make sure. 17.
You step
Perception.
forward. You step forward, and as you do, you notice that there are tiny little slits in the wall, every so often spaced. All of them seem to be angled toward the way of an intruder.
Would I know if it's going in a straight line like that, or more just from the center of this doorway through?
With that perception check, you kind of get the idea that if they did fire, they fire in this direction.
Okay.
Whether it goes in
Then
a straight line or not, you're unsure. You're not a trap expert, unfortunately.
all right. Then the best thing I can do is just make sure to put my sword in my hilt. I'm just gonna try to double hand my shield and hold it up in front of me, And I'm going to mutter to Nyphix and just say, stay as close as possible. And hopefully my shield will take most of the hits, depending on whatever gets triggered.
Well, I mean, you have a choice in that. I'll give you saving shield to shield Nyphix.
Yep.
But I'm gonna reduce your damage, your bonus that I'm gonna give you for arming yourself up because you're arming Nyphix instead.
Have you
Mhm.
seen the size of my wings?
How's that sound to you?
I think I should be able to protect us enough. But more importantly, I think just making sure we get across is going to be the best option.
If you'd
Are
like.
these crystals
You
set
already
in the
gave me
floor
a resistance.
only? Are they set in the walls?
They
If
are
you'd
set
like,
in the
I
wall.
could I could fly across.
I
and
could
see
walk
if
across
there's-
the ceiling.
Well, by flying, I'm not touching anything. You could go across and see if there's anything that may disarm it.
Do you notice anything magical in here, Razzik?
Razzik, you do notice that you're starting to get lightheaded.
Lack of oxygen.
Razzik,
Yeah.
Huh?
Be fine.
well, if you trust yourself, Nyphix, I'm going to let you do what you think is just. But I will stay as close as possible if I need to.
Can I go ahead and attempt to fly about 2 feet, 2.5 feet off the ground?
Okay.
Up the hallway?
You take flight and you start flying down the hallway. You trigger none of the traps, at least not the floor ones. You do feel yourself starting to get lightheaded.
Would I notice this?
You might notice that Nyphix starts to fly a little weird.
Be careful, Nyphix.
Can I, because of me getting lightheaded, can I just hold my breath and continue on?
Sure, and I'll send you a whisper.
That's not alarming at all.
No, it's not.
I think I would exchange some glances as watching Nyphix like fly up and being a little wobbly, I guess would be the term. And I look back at Malik and Razzik. Is Eelix still behind you?
Yeah, I'm still. Oh, I'm still making up the
Down the
hallway.
hall a bit.
Okay. How are you feeling?
A little lightheaded.
Okay.
Malik, are you feeling the same?
As
Yeah, a bit. I'm gonna take.
I hold my breath, Vickers is going to, I'm going to look back at him because I'm going slow, obviously, because I don't want to hit anything. I don't want to snag anything as I go. I'm going to look back, and as I start holding my breath, my face is going to get a little weird. My brows kind of furrow a little bit. And you're gonna kind of see me falter in my flight. And I'm gonna, as I continue flying, I'm gonna still fly forward a little bit. But I'm gonna start kind of shaking my head like I'm hearing something. And then my flight patterns kind of get a little wonky.
Nyphix, are you all right?
I'm going to probably get about 5 or so feet more forward until I land.
So you want to land in the room?
Yeah.
Okay. Roll a chance dice.
No idea what that is.
So if you go all the way to the bottom, that doubles. That is a luck die. Basically gives you a percentage dice roll. Give me a roll on that, and let's see if you hit pressure plate.
This thingy?
That thingy. Oh, you are good. You land miraculously in one spot that is not pressure plate. You'll see Nyphix as she lands just holding the sides of her head.
Well, that can't be good. Now she's very seriously fucking stuck.
I'm gonna just, obviously, because I know that I don't want to be moving through the hallway very much, I'm just going to turn in the spot that I'm in and look back at Captain Vickers and just go, there's something wrong with the air. It's got my ears ringing. My head doesn't feel right.
Does it feel
And
better
kinda-
since you've landed?
Since well, I'm not sure. My ears are still ringing.
As you start breathing, the ear ringing starts to go away, but you feel yourself getting even more lightheaded.
I cast Detect Magic.
You do notice the sense of magic, the very familiar magic that you had on your ear, and you detect a magical orb that's still sitting on Nyphix.
Orb, you say?
Yep.
Nyphix, do you have an orb with you? That you took on your person since we got here?
Oh. You're gonna kind of see her. She's gonna start kind of looking a little like she's drunk because she's getting lightheaded, and you're gonna see her kind of reach into her bag, her little side bag, and she's gonna go, "Oh yeah, this one," and she's gonna hold up the one from the front room that she still has on her.
Take it out of your hands. Throw it on the ground. Not like don't launch it. Just sit it next to you and don't touch it.
Okay. And you're gonna see her kind of like set it like right in between her feet.
For the rest of you, you guys are watching as Nyphix kind of starting to get wibbly wobbly. Razzik, you're also getting more and more lightheaded the higher you up on that ceiling. Eelix, you not so much. No lightheaded, no nothing. You don't feel anything. You're at the click. Nothing's happening. Vickers, you also are starting to feel lightheaded. Almost like the air changed here. And Nyphix, you know how when you're really fucking drunk, you're like, oh, I know what'll help, and it doesn't? In fact, it made it worse. The minute you put the orb down, it felt like you almost went down with said orb. And now you're having trouble getting back up.
Okay,
No,
pick it back up.
I'm gonna grab the orb and pick it back up and kind of hug it.
It goes right from back to that beautiful cerulean, and you're hugging it, and you feel it starting to stave off that feeling that you're having.
Cool.
Alright, hold on. I'm going to spend however much time it takes to run back here and take all the other orbs from this box.
What orbs?
The magic orbs that were in the right box.
I don't see any orbs. Neither do you.
Yeah, they left earlier. They disappeared earlier.
Okay.
Malik, can you not reach anyone on comms?
No. Even Razzik didn't hear me. I was calling him in the other hallway.
I can't leave Nyphix sitting in this location like this.
Just move to the side.
The only thing that I can do is I can create air bubble, but I can only create it once. I can't create it for everybody.
Hold that thought, Nyphix. Captain, brother, shield up.
All right. I pull my shield up.
And that, plus Malik's acrobatics. Yeah, okay. He's going to start dashing across the room, and as he does, he collides with Nyphix, grabbing a hold of her as well, and gets across the other side of the room. Nyphix, he will take damage. Oh, too much. Too much.
That was too much!
And because he's protecting Nyphix, he'll take double that, so that's 24. You'll see you'll see Malik slam into the side as he pushes Nyphix to the wall. Ow. Hot fire.
God, Malik.
How did the lasers come out of the things? They shoot right across the room?
They shot in this direction, all in cones, 15 feet.
How high did their effects reach?
If you were spider climbing across the ceiling, you'll be all right.
Oh, good. I'm going to rush across the room as fast as I can.
Awesome. You trigger no traps because there is no pressure plates on the ceiling. The lightheadedness as you rush across the ceiling, spending your energy, gets worse and worse and worse, and by the time you get on the other side, you've got a pounding headache. You're finding it even hard to maintain grip on that spider climb. And both Nyphix and Razzik, you guys both feel like you're drunk.
I reach out my hand and put it on the orb that Nyphix has.
You feel it start to fight over your two energies, and it becomes a yin-yang in there. Half of it Nyphix, and half of it Razzik. Razzik, what is the color of your energy?
Black.
So you'll see this blue and black orb now swirling amongst itself, fighting over the coalescing energies. And while you guys are both drunk, and it is getting worse, it's lessening while you're holding that orb. Malik's going to get up, rub himself off, and start wandering into the room.
Giggity.
Malik, is there anything that can disarm these?
No, but I found what we're after. This big fucking thing right here.
Eelix, stay close to me. I'm going to try to keep a shield so that I'm prepared for anything that hits at us while I try to get us back over there.
Serpentine.
All right.
Let's not waste time here. I assume we're after the red crystal.
That's it. Nyphix, as you come across, Captain Vickers, you take 16 points of damage, shielding Eelix. Eelix, you take nothing. And Captain, your ears are now on fire. They're ringing, and you are tired. It's just getting more drugged for you. Same thing with Nyphix and Razzik. You guys are finding it's okay to move, but you're watching as the world is just kind of moving with you. Eelix, you're all right. It's fine. You don't know what the is about.
So wait, is everybody fucked up?
Anyway, let's grab this crystal and be off.
Hold on.
Eelix,
is everybody fucked up?
Yeah.
Everybody but you.
Malik's messed up, Vickers is messed up, Razzik's messed up, and Nyphix is messed up.
Yes.
Everybody but you. If you
Alright.
want, you can roll a perception on this to see if you can
Yeah.
discern any extra information.
Yeah, I want to see, like, can I figure out why? I don't even know if that counts as a roll. Did that roll anything, or is it sitting on the
It rolled a 9, but if you want to call that cocked, I will call that cocked.
All right. There we go.
18. You get no whisper.
I think at this point, like, Captain Vickers is really, like, just thinking to himself, like, was it something to do with the dogs? Trying to think of all the people, because he knows he took a nasty hit from one. Trying to just, like, rethink about everyone that got hit by the dogs.
I didn't get hit.
Malik's going to take a spot and kind of lean up against one of the crates. And as he does, you guys take a moment to examine this room. There seems to be books on both of the walls nearest to the entrance. They contain large manuscripts, all of which have no wording on their binding. There are 2 gems on both sides of the room. And Razzik, as you come in here, detect magic working. Those are radiating magic, but they seem to almost be a trap of some sort, and how they're squared and set up. Go ahead. There are 4 chests on each side. 2 chests on each side of the room. 2 of those large statues that you've seen prior, as well as 2 smaller chests that are flanking the side of this podium that has the red gem on it. What's your result, Liddell?
So next to that, it says, so skill modifier 6 equals 1 plus 2 plus 3.
6 is going to be your modifier then. So
So
9
plus 6.
All right. What would you guys like to do as you enter into this chamber? There's also an open ledger on the table.
There's a what on the table?
An open ledger on the table. Right here. Here's the prize that you guys are after, by the way. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Nyphix is gonna walk up to the ledger and read it.
All right. Nyphix, as you begin reading the ledger, you begin to understand that it's almost a diagram of this room. There are 2 traps. One is magical and innate. If you try to pick open the chest on the side there, the gems will also likely explode on you and cause some major damage. If you pick open either of the chests that are by the statues, the statue will come to life and try to kill you. And the gemstone seems to have a shielding around it of some sort. The shielding can be dispelled with simple magic. It doesn't really seem like anybody wanted people to get this far, but there also seems to be almost a codex glyph sits underneath that pedestal, and this book tells you how to decode it.
Oh, sweet little dog.
I guess I'll just kind of call Captain Vickers over
What is it?
to tell him that a majority of the chests are traps, and that it looks like the only thing that we should be worrying about is taking down the magical shield that is around the crystal that we are after. And this
Okay.
explains how.
All right. So we have to follow the guide in the ledger, and we'll be able to understand what we need to do to get that off there.
It looks like it.
Magical in nature, it seems like Razzik would probably be the strongest choice to pop it open.
All right.
If you're reading these correctly.
Okay. Razzik, Eelix, do you think you guys are in a good enough state to figure what we need to do to dispel whatever this shield is around this gem?
Love to help you, but not my area of expertise.
So if you're up to it, I cast Detect Magic.
You will discern magic around it, as well as components for a magical device. But we'll get back to that in a second. Malik's going to look over at Eelix and goes, "Not your expertise. You did really well putting those creatures to sleep in the other room. Was that luck?"
Well, my expertise relies mostly with being able to get myself in and out of places unseen and unnoticed, with causing as little collateral damage as humanly possible.
Oh, say we right bungled that one up. And Razzik, if you want to give me a use magic device, you can disable the force field that is around that gem if you'd like. You don't have to.
I have a decent score in this. 18.
How much?
18.
Awesome. You fight through the headache, through the blurred vision, pain in your ears, and you manage to finally unlock it.
Okay.
And it's at that moment that you go unconscious.
Razzik!
As I fall unconscious, like, not again.
Oh, fuck.
Malik will step up and immediately go towards Razzik before he stumbles a bit.
I'm gonna go check on Razzik.
All right. Captain Vickers, as you proceed to start checking on Razzik, awesome. You beat me to it.
As do I.
All right.
I'm just trying to see if I can discern if anything's on his person or something that's like causing him to feel this way.
All right. Nyphix, can you also give me a perception on that? Ooh. All right.
Can I add the... Which one is this? I have 2 different perceptions.
You have 2 different perceptions?
I do.
Okay.
Adding 6. So is that 14? 14.
That's actually better than I thought.
Mm-hmm. I think me and you both got 14 on our perceptions.
It's funny, I'm more perceptive in the dark.
So I sent Captain and Nyphix both a message. And Captain, you will take notice that as Nyphix looks at Razzik and then looks at you, She goes to mumble something and then passes out.
Well, now I have to... Jesus, what the fuck is going on here? Yeah, I guess Captain Vickers, he's just, as soon as he sees that collapse, he's now checking to see what's on her. Like, he wasn't able to discern anything on Razzik.
You did discern something on Razzik. The fungus on his ear is blue. It was green. Not anymore. Same with Nyphix. Hers was green. Now it's blue. And you wipe the back of your ear, it's blue.
Malik, what was Comms doing with these?
You know, I'd be the one that would stay awake. And again, I didn't take Eelix for an L. Misstep on my part.
What are you saying?
What I'm saying, Vickers, you might not want to start a war, but there's money in war. Enjoy your time with your tree of ravens. You'll find more often a murder of crows is what's the job done. And he kicks Razzik to the side.
That's when I'm going to let it go.
And as you fire off the days, he succeeds.
Damn.
Would you fire
That
Eelix?
wake me up by chance?
I had a daze in reserve.
It did not wake you up, Razzik. You watch as Eelix flicks a finger forward and casts a spell at Malik. And as it hits Malik, he turns around to Eelix and goes, "You know, I was going to leave you still standing, but you seem to have pissed me."
Can I get in the way?
Absolutely.
There's also more I can do. I mean...
You get in the way of Malik. He looks at you and goes, "Don't do this."
Don't you remember what we built this on, Malik? Everything that we have done? We were brothers in war.
Brothers in war. There's no war anymore, Vickers. We're running out of things to do, Andrew.
Malik, don't do this.
Boys need work. Money.
And there is work to be done.
What work is flowing? This is the best job we got. And there was a better one than this, and you...
Don't you understand what we made? All of us? We were making trees to be shade for us, for our people, for people we care for. That was the honor and the root of our tree, the brotherhood and the feather of our wings. Don't you remember the trust of the branches we share? Don't do this, Malik. Our talents are to end wars, not make them.
He motions to Razzik and Nyphix on both sides. Your branches have fallen. Real easy. You would stay being the captain of a bunch of losers. There's better things to do out there. We're gonna do them. But don't worry, I'll be thinking of you the whole... With the war I start, you can go ahead and put out the fires. Five both trees.
Malik, don't do this.
And he begins to reach towards the gem.
I go up and I grab his arm. Malik, don't do this.
Or what?
Our branches may fall. We may bore to new trees. Don't make us become unkind.
Okay, I want to try something here. I have something called touch treatment. The mesmerist can help allies shake off harmful conditions, especially those that affect their minds, by channeling psychic energy through his healing hands. He can touch treatment 7 times per day, using this ability as a standard action or a swift action if the mesmerist uses it on himself, which I'm not going to. And the mesmerist must be able to touch his target. He can remove 1 condition from the target each time he uses this ability from the following list: Fascination or Shaken.
Fascination, shaken, are the 2 you got?
Yeah. I wonder if is any of this like shaken, like for his effects on Vickers. Maybe that might bring him up a little bit more, less headachy.
Actually, that would help for Vickers. Vickers is the only one starting this week.
Are you still talking? Okay. So it's just a touch. Just.
You feel Eelix touch your back. And Malik looks over.
I wink and go, feel better.
I figured that wouldn't be a problem. Don't worry. I got a plan for him too. And he pulls out a vial and uncorks it with his teeth. You have fought many, many wars with Malik. You know at this point his mind is made up. Eelix is about to be taken out.
Then I make sure to stand in the way. I force myself in front of him, do anything I can just stop him.
He looks at you and goes, I knew you'd be a problem. I wouldn't let this fly. Pulls out his sword and he takes a swipe on you. The 12 definitely beats you, but not. And
11.
With Malik, that is 11 points of damage.
I'm down.
No, not to you, to Vickers.
Oh.
Vickers is protecting you. You up or are you down, Vickers?
I had 7 HP, so if 11, I'm down under by 4.
He's gonna hop around and prepare on Eelix. Eelix, do you do anything?
There's not really a lot I can do unless I'm going to get in direct physical confrontation here. And there's no way I'm going to win this fight. And I am not stupid. Does he have what he came for?
That's what he came for. He's taking that gem.
He's like, so I look right at him like, no. It's like, you know, I'll be seeing you around, but I'm not sure you'll be seeing me. Or you might, but you might not know that you saw me. So I don't know if that still counts as you not seeing me.
And Captain, your turn. What do you do?
Whoa, I'm down, ain't I?
Yeah,
you
he.
have 7 HP left.
Well, I had 7 HP, but the 11 would have put me 4 under.
Ooh. You know what? Your reserves. Give me a d20 roll with advantage. Let's see what happens. 17. You got 12. That's above. I'm gonna let you remain conscious. You know Malik is pretty badly injured from the other room when he moved Nyphix out of the way.
I feel like...
It's a sleep effect, so you do. What's strong comeback? Read for me.
I think the first forethought that comes to my mind, more when I'm just like trying to stay awake, is realizing that I don't want to become unkind. I don't. And the first response I have is I drop my sword, keep my shield on me, and I just bash into Malik, just to get him away from Eelix. And I just stay right between them.
Roll an attack roll.
That will just be -2 because of the heavy shield, because it's not really used for attacks.
I will. The heavy shield. I think you have a lot.
Yeah, because I think it says -2 to attack. Yeah, total attack bonus -2, 1d4 +2, but so 17 -2 is 15.
You roll perfectly to hit him, but with that, unfortunately, it doesn't do any damage. It's under
Okay.
HP. So you shove Malik away, and he's holding you at bay with his sword. And he goes, "Look at you. Anything to be anything to not you that bad. Don't worry, Andrew. We'll kill baby birds." And with a swing, his first blow, deal 10 points of damage. And your health total, if I remember correctly, was 30.
30, yeah.
With -7. Happy say.
17.
You will watch as Malik stabs Captain Vickers, and Vickers drops to the floor, dead. Malik walks over, looks at you, Eelix, pours the liquid on your head, and you feel, almost in a heartbeat, you feel it on the back of your ear turn, you feel the headache come on, the lightheadedness ringing, and you drop to the floor. Elves are immune to magical sleep. Nothing about chemical. Good night, baby bird. You all sit, incapacitated. And Eelix, as you look at Captain Vickers, as life drains from him, do you have any thoughts? And you hear Malik leave, and shortly afterward, footsteps coming in.
He's just the first one on the list. That's the thing that's going to be going through the head. He's number 1 on my list.
Any final words for the captain?
I feel like this was a stab to my chest, wasn't it? Right.
Right up through the boning of your armor. He got you through the lungs and the...
I think I try to like get over to Eelix and just to make sure whatever that chemical was put on him wasn't something that was going to hurt him or kill him. And I know I can't try to breathe through my wound. I know it's just going to fill my lungs. I try to hold steady. 50-50 thing for me. I didn't want to become unkind. I knew that each weapon in my hand was to defend and one was to attack. And I chose poorly, and it went through my breast. And I feel like I failed the people in this room. And I slumped against the stairs. I try to hold the shield. I just let myself slump with my back to the stairs and let the light leave my eyes. Hoping, wishing that tree would stay strong. But that tree, it gave no shade in this wintry weather. There's no hope. It's time to become unkind. I breathe my last breath.
Alright. And hold on, I'm finding out a side roll here. Oh my god, those dice did not help you. You know what? Actually, I was gonna say, in your sleep, because of the die roll, that die roll was pretty bumptious. What do you try to say to your god in this situation as you sleep off? Which will be the words that the captain will hear. So, your prayer to Aurora is to give you the strength to fix it.
Yeah.
Right? And as you utter those words in your sleep, you all awaken. But not where you once were. You hear some noise coming over top of the speakers that are in this room. Familiar words from somebody who you were just in their tomb, in their warehouse. It is my great displeasure, Emperor Titus Artemis says, to find out that one of my warehouses, my sacrosanct places, was raided by a mercenary corporation known as the Raven. And they stole an item that I was procuring to try and make sure that our country stays safe, to make sure that it still stays safe, prosperous, strong. It is my great displeasure today to tell you I have failed. But where I have failed, I will find correction. Where I have erred, will find the path to righteousness. The criminals that I have found, unconscious in my tomb, unconscious in my warehouse, now stand trial. And the miserable tree of ravens finds itself on fire this day. No longer will their wings spread their horrible, horrible message. And in the morning, when those birds awaken, we'll find justice at the gallows. For I am your emperor, Titus Augustus. And as you all awaken in your jail cell, you see a familiar face, an ally, a last. Karrith, would you like to tell them what your character looks like? Sit in this jail cell, shackles on your hands, legs, and neck.
I think Karrith looks like a younger, young adult. Got a bit of a scar going down his cheek. The most notable thing about him is that his hair has a bit of white going on. He is a half-elf, so he has pointed ears that are most notable. And he has a silver talisman around his neck, hopefully still, even if it's just in here.
They've even stripped you of that talisman. You were the one who witnessed it. The Emperor's troops ransacking the Tree of Ravens and killing every last one of them. Every last one of them but you. Because they needed something to hang in the morning. You look at your despondent party members waking up from their sleep. And what do you say?
This is wrong. All of this is wrong.
Waking up in a jail cell, and this is the first thing we're seeing from that tomb. I mean, I think you're gonna see Nyphix like sit up and holler and give her name. So
Nyphix wakes up with a shock inside the jail cell and begins screaming out for her captain. But unfortunately, Nyphix is nowhere in sight.
Would Karrith know what happened to him?
No, Karrith has no idea what happened to the captain. Just like these three, unfortunately, have no idea what happened to the tree. And with that, we shall end our session for today.
If that doesn't fuel you right now.
but we do know Karrith, though, right? Because we are.
Yep, Karrith is a close friend and another raven.
Okay.
Yeah, just more of a younger one.